Hello everyone. In this lesson, I will show you a few quick tips that can help you when you are experimenting with responsive images. Let's dive right in. So for the first tip, let's use the large hero image as an example. Let's imagine you are resizing your browser window to test the responsive image and make sure it behaves the way you expect it to. Now, if you resize your browser window very slowly, it's not too difficult to see when the image snaps and switches to a new image, but other times it's not so clear. And sometimes you want to remove all guesswork from the equation and you want to be able to identify exactly which image file you are currently looking at. Well, if you open the project folder for the travel site and go into the app folder and then the assets folder and the images folder, you will notice that for every image file, for example, hero-large, there is a corresponding hero-large-I. So every image in this folder has a counterpart that ends in -I. I chose I to stand for information, but that's not important. I created these -I copies of each image for you, so you can clearly see when an image is being used. So for example, in our HTML, within the source element for the large crop, right before the end of the file name, before the .jpeg, let's add a -I. So if I save this and check out the browser and expand the browser window to use the large crop, we see that the -I version of the image file has a transparent black overlay, and in white text we see the dimensions of the image. So 1920 wide by 654 tall. And we could go ahead and add the -I to the medium crop as well. So now when we resize our browser, we see those numbers change. So it is abundantly clear when the two images are swapping back and forth. And this is not limited to the large hero block image. I've created -I versions of every image we are going to use. So that's the first quick tip. Throughout the rest of the course, feel free to use that -I version of images when you are experimenting and testing things out. But for now, let's move on to another tip. The next tip that I will cover has to do with the topic of simulating and testing different pixel densities. So for example, we are currently seeing the large crop of this image, which is included here in our HTML. This image is about 2000 pixels wide. But you will remember in our previous lesson, we also included a high DPI version that is almost 4000 pixels wide. Now my web browser, Google Chrome, is intelligent enough to know that based on my monitor's pixel density, I don't need the high DPI version. The version that is almost 2000 pixels will result in a crisp photo on my monitor. That's great, but as a developer, I want to be able to test all of the images. I want to see the high DPI version in action to make sure that I didn't include a typo in its file name. So the question becomes, how can I test out the high DPI version? How can I see that image in my browser here if the actual monitor I'm using isn't high DPI? Or your situation might be the opposite. If your screen is high DPI, then you would want to be able to test this image to make sure that you didn't include a typo in the file name. Well, luckily, the Google Chrome web browser has a developer tool that can help us. Now, if you've been using a different browser, that's okay. Everyone is entitled to their own preference. There's no such thing as the, quote, best web browser. But I do think it's fair to say that Google Chrome has its fair share of amazing developer tools. And if you're not already using Chrome, I think it's worth a try. So check this out. In Google Chrome, anywhere on the page, we can right-click and choose Inspect. That will open a Developer Tools window. And now I want you to click this icon, the icon that looks like a couple of devices. Now if I click back to the main Chrome window, we see a few options towards the top of the screen. So right now Chrome is emulating a Galaxy S5. We could set this to an iPhone 5 or an iPhone 6, you get the idea. But in this situation, what we want to do is set it to responsive. And now I can drag to simulate any size that I want. Let me drag this a bit further to full screen. And remember, our goal was to simulate different pixel densities. So to do that, you might need to click these three dots in the top right corner. and be sure to check the Show Device Pixel Ratio option. So once that option is checked, we now see this option. And before I change this value from 1 to 2, let me jump to my HTML and make sure that both versions of this large crop are using the -I version, so we can easily distinguish between the two. So let's save this. All right, so we are currently using a device pixel ratio of 1, which is what my monitor actually is. And we see the version of the image that is almost 2000 pixels. Let's go ahead and simulate a device that has a higher pixel density. So let's bump this up to 2. And if I refresh, the browser realizes that it now needs the version of the image that is almost 4000 pixels wide. And more importantly, the fact that this image is displaying at all means I can rest assured that I didn't include a typo in this file name, which was the entire point of this tip. So just be aware that Chrome can help you when you are testing different characteristics of devices. All right, so now that we've tested these images and we know they are working correctly, let's go ahead and remove the -I. Perfect. That will actually bring this lesson to a close. I hope you now feel a bit more empowered in terms of experimenting with responsive images. Now in our next lesson, we are going to fine-tune the mobile styles for this large hero block, and we will also begin styling this intro section. We now have all of the tools necessary to basically build out the entire design. We are going to start making a lot of progress very quickly. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I will see you in the next lesson.